y'all for a minute. Hope y'all having a blessed weekend on this Sunday afternoon. It's a whole lot of crazy stuff been going on this week. I want to address the stolen airplane issue. Excuse me. Stolen airplane issue up there in Washington State. The grim recording of that guy that took that plane. It was just, man, unbelievable how calm he was, and to me how excited he was at doing that act that he pulled, pulling off that stunt that he pulled. And he stated that he played a lot of video games, but what more disturbing about that incident was he knew he was gonna die. You just never know what goes through people's head. They can have the most beautiful smile there is, and inside they're troubled. They're full of trouble, anger, confused, depressed. And I know I've been there before. I myself, I went to seek counseling, and I found it useful in certain ways, and other ways I didn't, because these drugs that they prescribe to people, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But when it does work, there's always a side effect. And when it don't work, it's always a side effect. And what I mean by that, we all know that these drugs that they prescribe us is pretty much test drugs. We're just like those mice in the cage, those guinea pigs, and whatever they use in those test labs, and they test it on humans. But this fella that took this plane realized he had a few screws missing up to the time that he took this plane recently. And it's crazy, man. It's just real crazy. But he went out not harming nobody, you know, and he knew it. He knew what was about to happen, but he didn't want to harm nobody, so that's why he crashed that plane on that remote island. And I listened to that audio, and you can see that audio on its all over a lot of social media platforms, mainly YouTube, and you can listen to it. And it's heart touching. It's funny. It's heart touching, but sad at the same time, because that kid was 29 years old, and I don't know more about, did he have a family or nothing, because I don't go deep into details about people like that, but hey, it's just crazy. And what else? Oh, in hip-hop news, the little rainbow hair rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine appeared in court and possibly may have to spend 1 to 3 years in jail. And they want him to that's crazy, to register as a sex offender. And now the kid is pretty damn good at trolling. He's really pretty good at that, man. He's funny at some times. But then when he's telling other rappers to suck his dick, oh, look at my phone. Telling rappers to suck his dick, and going up to other cities, showing up in the other cities on other rappers' turf. That little motherfucker he be stunting. But like I said, he's funny. He's really funny at what he doing. He a young kid. He got nice music. He all on that billboard. That's all he talking about. But hip hop, the rap industry today is more upside down than it ever been before because of social media. Back then, we had stupid ass rappers, but they wasn't on platforms like we see today. And it's crazy, man. It's just, it's outrageous what the rap game and the music industry has become. Clout chasing. I remember when they used to use clout as another form of power. Like, I got all the clout. Like, I got the juice. I got the power. Nowadays, clout chasing is just basically the same thing as trolling, trying to come up off of somebody else. Whether it's beef or just instigating shit, just deciding I'm gonna pick on this person. Man. But the millennials though, you know, the millennials is a new age, a new generation. And I've learned to accept it. But a lot of people from my era, you know, back in the 90s listening to hip hop and growing up in that 90s era, a lot of old heads not really accepting it. And I was like that at one point. But I just had to sit back and just, let me study these cats. Let me study these beats. Let me study what they vibing on. And yeah, it is. Some of the shit is stupid. But then some of the shit is like, yeah, they banging. They get rich. They get money. But rappers out there, man, I ain't rich as shit. I've been in around the music business and shit almost 20 years. Man, invest in your money, man. Invest in your money. That jewelry, the cars, that's all fine and dandy and shit, man. But when that rap career gonna be over, your rap career, when that be over, when it's gonna be all said and done, what you gonna fall back on? I see all these young cats making millions and millions of dollars, man. And know the business first. Know the damn business. Read. Don't just depend on your accountant. Don't just depend on your lawyer. Don't just depend on your manager. You get out there and do some reading yourself. You can manage your own self. You can be your own agent, booking agent. Hell, you can do your own legal documents if you only take time and read. Some of these cats just, some of them dropped out of high school and ain't got a high school education and shit. And all they thinking is about getting that money. They don't know what they signed and they signature on half the time with these deals. I'm not talking about just record deals. They might have what do they call that? They might have some other endorsement deals and stuff like that. They don't. Half of them don't even know what they be signing. So, my message to all you rappers out there: learn, man. Learn. Wisen up, bro. Wisen up. That money and shit, that shit come and go. Y'all know it. They go hand in hand. But your knowledge about a lot of things, it stays. It stays. It remains. The more knowledge you gain, the more better you are. And that's all I'm saying. Excuse the way my phone fell because I am driving, talking to you guys. And this is my first YouTube video that I'm putting up. And it won't be the last. So, I'm Big Duke Music. I'm from Southwest Louisiana. I'm also a music producer. I'm a truck driver. I have 3 grown kids. And I'm 40 years old. But I can keep up with you young motherfuckers for real though. Straight up. Big Duke Music. This ain't the first time. This won't be the last time y'all see me on this YouTube shit. I'm on. Let's go.